Okay, this is an attempt to multi-stream, so bear with me while I'm monitoring things. Okay. Well, it seems like it could be working. Okay, it seems to be working. Okay. Now, what was I doing? Exploring? I should delete my deaths. Yeah, I think I was just exploring. I just established my base of operations. Ooh. Should probably make myself a shield. I'm not used to using the shields yet. I'm not used to 1.8 and beyond. I have no idea what that is, and I know it's hurting me. Well, that's a great start to a stream. Death! As I see it go over my head. And running. Running. Holy crud. Creeper. There's a zombie. One sec. Okay, back to trying to explore, see what there is, gather stuff that I may need, like food. When I get back, it's probably going to be time to work on Tinker's tools. Maybe. Tinker's tools or mining. Haven't quite decided on that one yet. Because they would both benefit me in the short term for what I need. Quarried stone. Don't run away from me. Okay. Oh, I'd like to point out that this stream is a proof of concept. I am now streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook simultaneously through 2 different programs. Here's hoping it works. I'm using OBS Studio to stream to Restream.io, which is then splitting it off to Twitch and YouTube. And then I'm using the NVIDIA streamer, which I used at the beginning of my streaming, which all of was not even a week ago, to stream this directly to Facebook. Because I've noticed a lot of streaming sites can't stream direct to Facebook as well as other things simultaneously. Or if it can, it costs money, like a specific one that I'm using, the website, costs $15 a month to do what I'm doing with 2 programs on one. Now, if I get to the point where I can afford that, and it's feasible, then great. That would be awesome. It would even cut down my streaming, or not my streaming, my bandwidth usage. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but I wanted to see if I could even do it at all. As I've been mentioning before, I don't have the beefiest computer. It's a standard Intel i7, I believe, from 4 years ago, with an NVIDIA 950 GTX and 12 gigs RAM because one of my DIMM slots is bad. AFK 1 sec phone. Sorry about that. I actually didn't mute my mic for that. Trying to hash out dinner plans with my significant other. I need gravel, and I would prefer both the gravel and the sand to be above ground. Which is why we do these explorations. Back here. Okay. Was kind of hoping to run across a village by now. You kind of usually do. I should have brought bed. That was a weird sound effect. Okay. Well, let the survival games begin. And now we're talking about how, when I play EverQuest, I got to 100, and starting November 28th, the next expansion pack, I get to do it all over again to level 110. Yay. That was my dog accidentally getting underfoot and thankfully not injured. Well, that's if you heard anything. The high-pitched squealing. I honestly don't know what's heard and what's not until after I finish the stream and then review it. Because as I've discovered, very difficult to have any sort of revision as we play. Just like I don't know about a program. I don't know about a program that what was I saying? I got distracted. Creeper. Bah. I totally just derailed my train of thought. Because I was focused on a recent commenter. Well, grr. I need food. Badly. Oh, I just showed my age. Well, I'll let you guys in on a thing. Whenever I say that, it always comes to mind when I was playing Gauntlet on the original Nintendo, where it goes, Warrior needs food badly. Because when you're dying, it repeats it so often. And when I played it, I died often. Just like this one. What was I doing? Okay, I've got replacement tools. Yeah, since I'm here, I might as well get started on. Okay, there's that. There's that. Those. I will admit there is one thing I do enjoy about this upcoming version, this version of Tinker's Construct. It is so much easier to use the stuff, the construction for it, because now, as long as they're all in a single line, in this case dogleg left, or right in this case, attack, I can use them across, oh, that's not what I want. I can use them like this. I'm just going to do the basics for right now. Focus on the more advanced ones later. Okay. So I need more. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Or was it? Oh, ow. Frickin' skeletons. Keep on forgetting to eat. I do? Oh, sorry, I was responding to someone earlier. Give me a second while I'm futz with my settings. Okay, I am needing a checklist. First, I realized that my Facebook feed was on push to talk. Unintentionally. Thought I'd fixed it, but either reverted or not. So here I am talking, while the OBS stream, i.e. Twitch and YouTube, is getting the full audio feed when I have it unmuted. Facebook was not. So thankfully, somebody told me to fix it. Now that I've fixed it, well, I fixed it initially, and then I started talking, and then I realized, oh wait, totally forgot to take my mic now. Off mute. Yay. That's all fixed. Well, I guess that's one benefit to checking things. This is why I am constantly putzing with my settings and everything, because I am trying to find the happy medium between everything. This is what I was doing. Let's see how that works. The reason I'm doing that is because in AgriCraft, which is what causes these little crops to be used, you're supposed to be able to get up to strength 10, which allows you to get 4 crops per tile instead of 1, or up to 3, or however the vanilla Minecraft mechanic works it. And done right, you can make a 4x4 section into 4x4 section into a full stack of food or items that you've grown. Do I know if it's going to work in this particular mod pack? No, but that's what figuring things out is for. Even if it doesn't work, it does kind of help prevent your crops from getting trampled. perfectly, but mostly, since I don't have it kind of walled off yet. I need to get a covered base though, otherwise I might have problems soon. Okay. Food. Okay, book. Taking sugarcane into paper. Sugarcane actually used to be called papyrus in the older versions of Minecraft. Is that it? No, wrong kind of seeds. And I don't have the right kind of seeds. I will have to come back with that one. More food. Okay, well, that's going. I can make myself... Should. Yes. No. Durability 150, 5 and 2.9. Huh. So flint is better. I did not know that. Which means I need more flint. Now I wonder, in the past you could use bone. Fractured. What's fractured do? Oh, damage is increased, but what about... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. You get a better handle modifier. That will specifically be for my pickaxe. Nice. Definitely better than a stone pickaxe. Yeah, I'm avoiding mining it because this is going to be my home base, and I haven't exactly figured out how I'm going to be doing the mine yet. I figured if I need it, I'll get it, but why wantonly mine everything when I can't stand having holes everywhere I'm going to be based? That's my issue. Okay. That is weeds. That is not. Ugh. This has weeds enabled. Which means when I get iron, I need to make a rake. So, gravel. Ooh, gravel. That's true. I do fully enjoy that because then I can, focus on the, some of the more fun parts. But there is also a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Catharsis, not catharsis. Sometimes actually just, mining for your own stuff is very soothing. That's a better thing for it. And since I don't have any more bone currently, I'm just going to use wood for the rest of it. That's not enough wood. Well, fun. Forgot they increased their their costs to make tools in this version. Oh, I forgot to make a part. So, ecological. This is what I've been putting on all of my tools except for the pickaxe. Renewable, bonus against unarmored, and cheap. Meaning it's cheaper to repair it. Oops. And because this is the version that it was inspired by the Iguana's Tinker's tools. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that as is. Then I can actually hot swap parts as I go. I really need to find myself some seeds. Okay, so I need more gravel and I need sand. Oh, you know what? There we go. Forgot about that trick. This trick is that it's not like a full-on tile entity like what gravel is. It's an item entity or something along those lines. And so when it hits it, it just converts itself into an item. I don't know the full story, but I just know that it's been a thing for ages. Basically, ever since gravel had gravity, you've been able to do this little trick. You can also do it with sand. There we go. It works with anything that doesn't take a full tile, but torches are the most convenient. Okay, what was I doing? So let's pull all these tools and put them in the top one, since they're non-stackable. Oh, that's stackable. Can't do what with players? I'm missing the context on that one. Are you talking about that torch trick? Speaking of, I should make more torches. Okay. There's that. All that stuff. Question, can I repair in my inventory? Does not look like it. Okie dokie. I'll just keep an eye on that. Okay. So, trick. Teleport to my last death to continue exploring. Remove. Need to start making my exploration, that's true. That's actually one of the first things I learned playing Minecraft way back when, 5 years ago now. Yeah, if you dig straight down, do it in at least a 2x1 form, and then if you sit on the seam between the two blocks, you should be able to mine out each one of them individually and not fall. And that way, when you mine and you see, oh, there's a hole, you don't mine the one you're standing on and kind of figure it away from there. Yeah, digging straight down has killed a great many people. Ironically, I still get caught by it when I'm just not paying attention or I'm overconfident in the abilities of what I have. Although there's a new enchantment I'm aware of now that basically soul binds an item to your inventory. I've never actually seen it or used it myself. Hey, look, gravel. Just not the amount of gravel I want. I do not like mining in and around water. It takes forever without vein miner. Ooh, ow. And because I didn't do my achievements in order, now they're starting to crop up. Even though I've done them a couple times already. Yeah, very, very true. But the thing is that enchantment, unless using mods, is literally a dice roll. So I'm not sure, at least, let me rephrase. The last time I enchanted, it was literally a dice roll. I have not really done much on these newer mod packs yet, because one of the mods that I truly enjoyed is no longer being updated, and likely won't be seen on the newest mods. So, for those who are paying attention, that is Thaumcraft. I've been playing Thaumcraft since I first discovered mods. It's one of the few that I still play to this day, because I started on literally Technic, and I was playing using Industrial Craft 2 and Thaumcraft. I think it was 1 or 2, I don't remember. It was the one they used like liquid magic, bad and good. And Industrial Craft is going strong, but I think his name is Azanor. He's got, real life stuff going on, or other projects. Ironically, I no longer like to use Industrial Craft 2 because the thermal expansion in Ender.io is so much easier and simpler to use. But I will never forget my first nuclear reactor in Industrial Craft 2. Boy, talk about a clinch moment when you've worked hours upon hours to get to the point where you can turn on your own reactor and you just pray you're not going to turn it into a giant hole in the ground. Because that's what would happen if I had done it wrong. I see gravel. And I've been seeing a lot of sand, and people are probably going to go like, oh, but you're passing all that sand. And I'm like, I don't like mining in water. I really don't. I'm forced to for clay, but I would much rather go way out of my way to find a desert and a mountain where I can get gravel and sand without having to be in water. Like this. Okay. Had to mute for a minute. And ironically, I still have, well, I keep on saying ironically. I don't know why it's ironic or coincidental or any of those weird words that I keep on repeating. One of the, that particular set of mods that I grew up playing, you can't find it officially anywhere, even though it used to be officially on the Technic pack. It was basically Tekkit, but single like survival, and which the single version had a little thingy that allowed you to essentially, sleep as though you were still awake in the night. So things that would require time would still function as if you did not enter the bed at night. So it progressed in normal nighttime, time amounts, and it simulated the world. Monsters, what came and went. If I don't remember if breeding was enabled in that, but if you had something that was processing for like the smeltery, it would get done, especially if it was like a large batch. It was awesome. So, it could also be cheating. It also can be spammed to cheat, especially when using like the equivalent exchange. But I still found I have a copy of that particular mod pack, or at least I did. I haven't played it in a while, so I don't know if the link still works on my Technic launcher. Now, granted, it took me a while to find, basically what I remembered as part of that mod pack, which honestly was a lot harder than I remembered it being. Ooh. Oh, what? Huh? Yeah, it could be a filler word. I do that a lot in real life and in streaming. It's just I don't know what to call it. Where I feel it fits but doesn't quite, so I just go with it anyways. Okay. Okay. Weeds. And apparently you get seeds from killing weeds. That's a new one for me. Okay. Oof. Okay. Where would I go? Where would I go? Well, there's a marsh. You know what? I'm heading this way. Going up and around. If I can find that sand that's not in a way that I have to freaking swim for it. AK a desert. Once I find that, or I could just start skimming off these little piles as I see them. Yeah, I'm getting impatient. And I forgot to repair my shovel before the handy dandy hand. Or to show my age, go gadget hand. Okay. already kind of cleared out that pile. I'll keep going. I would prefer to have at least 2 full stacks of sand, up to 3, and to get my smeltery going with no real issues. Although if I find a village that may have one already established, I can steal that one, and most of this running around would then be nullified, or the efforts would be negated. I would be happy, but also kind of going, why couldn't I find that earlier? I find it incredibly funny that on most games, it takes me for freaking ever to find enough wool or string to make a bed. And I am literally seeing just, see, sheep. Everywhere I turn, sheep. See, sheep. One over here? I don't see one. Oh well. Still funny. Now that I've said something, it's going to be cows from now on. And then when I have to go hunting, I won't be able to find chickens. Ooh, I should keep this in mind for when I start with anything that requires rubber, be it Mine Factory Reloaded, if it's in this, or Industrial Craft 2. Because, nothing beats a nuclear reactor. Honestly, the only reason I don't use Industrial Craft these days is because they're kind of using their own power unit. Oops, wrong button. And most other mods use a power unit called RF. I forget what RF stands for, like resonant frequency or something along those lines. It came about 1.25 era, or a little after, maybe a 1.52, where, Buildcraft and Industrialcraft were the 2 big tech mods, real big. They had, they were pretty much the only ones on the block. So, Industrialcraft had, energy units, EU. And Buildcraft had megajoules, MJ. And either system were incompatible with each other. You could use, the machines together if they had compatible inventory systems, but you couldn't use the energy systems between each other. And then thermal expansion came on board, and I don't know if it was easier or if it was just a universal API, but all of a sudden everybody still was like, oh, everybody started using RF energy. And from there, Buildcraft more or less uses RF energy now. Industrialcraft, though, still stuck on the EU. Now, since it's been around for ages, there are mods that let you convert it to and from, and usually because of the difficulty of the mod, people who when convert EU to RF means you get like 2 RF per 1 EU or something like that. Basically, you got a gain on your investment because of how difficult it was to get to certain amounts of EU per tick, which is like energy units per 1/20th of a second, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on it. I'm doing this from memory, and my memory is not the greatest. And while I didn't find a desert, I found this nice large beach and more or less solved my sand problem. Awesome. Don't understand why I'm spawning half in the ground when I do that. Okay, 2 and 2 and 2. Now 4. I am Grout. 4 stacks of grout. Is more or less my standard start for a Tinker's Construct smeltery. Now I need more stone. So, you know what? I'll take it out from over here. Maybe start with the beginnings of my base entrance. See? I am grout. I'm just reading the tooltip, hon. Don't look at me, look at the mod creator. As I said, I'm just reading the tooltip. Okay. There we go. Okay, that should, well, there we go. That should be more than enough stone to get me. Actually, that's probably more smelteries than I typically ever use. Okay. And boom. One tiny coal per tiny operation, which means 1 stack will smelt 1 stack. Okay. Now, while that's going, I can get me some more food cooking. And maybe check on my crops, because, you know, things. No. Don't need weeds. Thing is that I know for a fact, actually additions will crossbreed, because that one did it, so this one should do it. Essentially, if you can plant a crop on these little crop sticks, then you should be able to crossbreed them and then get their stuff up. If you're not sure on that one and you don't want to try opening it, you can look at the seeds, and if you see unidentified on the tooltip, that means you can use it usually on that particular mod. Okay. Just making a quick check on my streams, seeing if they're still working. They seem to be. Okay. Get some glass going. Let's say reserve. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Reserve about that much. Okay. Sorry if I'm switching screens a little too quickly. Trying to do this as I remember it. Okay. Thank you. Not sure if you caught this, but I'm doing a triple stream right now. I'm also running this on YouTube and Twitch. I'm using NVIDIA to do the Facebook, and I'm using OBS to do Twitch and YouTube, trying to, branch out. Although YouTube, at the very least, will probably require post-production of some sort to add tags and make it searchable. I think. Still learning all this. Oh, what am I doing? Cancel. This one? Yeah, this was my... Okay. Since that stuff's rolling, there's no real point for me to stick around and watch it, you know, paint dry. Oop. Nice. So I am going to go exploring. FTB has this cool little tool on their mod packs that will allow you that if you're on the team, which I created just a generic team, and I chunk loaded my base using their little mapping tool. I claimed the chunks and I chunk loaded it. On a single player game, it doesn't do anything other than allows me to run it as if I was still present at base, i.e. everything that's smelting will continue to smelt. If I hadn't, once I get like 3 chunks away, it would unload, or is it 5 chunks? 3 to 5 chunks after, it would unload the chunk, and that it would basically wouldn't do anything until the chunk is reloaded, i.e. I am present within the chunk. I found this out when I was playing vanilla Minecraft. I'm like, really? You know, that's one thing I was kind of irked, because playing vanilla Minecraft, you can automate to a certain degree, and I got this little hopper system going when they first came out, and I was trying to smelt up all my iron because I was doing like some weird underground, mob farm I was trying to copy from the internet, and came back after I was like 15 chunks away or something like that. I was a good distance. And came back and maybe 4 out of like 6 stacks had been done. Yeah. I was not a happy camper. See? I did it again. Except this time not about a camping joke. I'm probably going to be using that a lot lately. Hey, what? I guess something killed some sheep. I got free wool. I need to make a flower pouch. Start collecting these. It's flower power. No, Botany is a pretty powerful mod. Even like within the first second tier, I guess, right after you get a basic setup, you can make yourself something called the Ring of Magnetism. Well, thank you for checking. It doesn't, the website I'm using doesn't even register that anybody logged into it. I'm just, as I said, experimenting, see what happens. I was originally going to use OBS twice, and then I realized, well, why? I've got NVIDIA. Yeah, the delay might be because of the fact that OBS is a little bit more professional, detailed. I don't know what to call it. Than NVIDIA. NVIDIA is plug and play more or less, which I like. Honestly, there is a certain type of simplicity and the easiness to do a plug and play. Whereas if I try using OBS to stream to Facebook, I have to load the stream key individually every time, at least it seems like. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. And whereas with NVIDIA, I don't, because the program physically logs into Facebook for me. Wow, and I still haven't found a frickin' village? Yeesh. A village. It's all I want. I want to raid its splendor. Yeah, I'm going to save my inventory space, gather more flowers when I've got an item specifically for picking them up. 1 second muting mic. Sorry about that. Bit of a loudness issue from another room. Ooh, pumpkins. What about that time of year, too? Maybe I should decorate the beginning of my newfound base with jack-o'-lanterns. I'd put one on my head, but I don't like how it interferes with your vision. Well, let's swing south. Because villages only spawn when they're relatively flat, and it looks like it gets more mountainous to the north. Although, as I'm noticing, this biome isn't exactly flat either. Here. And this is a plains biome. This is a very, very hilly plains biome from my experience. Oop. Oh, that was almost bad. As I just go flying off a cliff without realizing how far of a drop it is. So used to having flight on most of my games. I heard a horse. Well, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should get a pet horse. Definitely make traveling over land faster until I get wings. Can you craft a saddle? Yeah, I figured a mod would allow you to craft a saddle. Yep, I was right. Although I don't know if that's mod or vanilla. Okay, let me rephrase. I know that the recipe, I know that the item is vanilla, but I don't know if the recipe to allow you to craft it. Oh, I found a village. Is vanilla. Because some mods will allow you to craft things that are normally just like dungeon drops, whereas in an older case, saddles could only be used for pigs, and you can only get them from dungeons essentially. Ooh, a bee place. I'll have to do bees one of these days. Where's the cherry? Cherries. Okay. This place. Oh, wrong one. Huh. It does not appear to have a blacksmith. Or a smeltery. It has this. This is from Railcraft. And apparently just randomly teleporting in. Yes, we have Steve's carts. Well, I could probably get started on that soon once I get some iron. I have no idea what half that stuff is used for. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, I need seeds anyways for my AgriCraft book. That should be more than enough. Cool. Well, let's go check on my smeltery stuff. Whee! Well, it does appear to all be done. And this thing ran out of room. Again. Oy. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. God darn it. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out. Yay. Well, since I am smeltery controller, smeltery tank, casting table times 4, casting bin times 1, and this is why I start off with so many. Three, 4, 5. Okay. Is that everything? No. What kind of seared windows do I want? Gauge, window, or glass? And they are all smeltery atoms. Oh, boom. There's that. Probably should have used a different number. Oh well. And now, seared bricks. I'm probably going to need more. What was that? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 3 by 5. Ah! Oh, it's night. As I literally just run into bed. Ah. Well, that's not good. Well, I think I'm calling this stream. One of the more standard bugs of 1.10 that I've discovered is, depending on what's going on, you can get stuck in bed. And since I was being attacked, I told it to kick me. I thought it was going to kick me out of bed. Wasn't expecting it to kick me out of the game. So, thank you for watching. Like, follow, share. I have a YouTube, An.ADHD.Gamer. I have Twitch, An_ADHD_Gamer. I also have... Well, I'm starting a Patreon, but I'm still figuring that one out. Okay. Thank you, and have a great day.